friends. So my hair is getting to the emo stage of the grow out process, and it's something else, that's for sure. Anyway, this video will be the last video on the Sinister Seal armor build. This will be over all the painting and stuff, and hopefully it's not too long. There was a lot involved in the painting. I'm not good at painting whatsoever, so anytime I build something, I'm like, I'm going to ruin this with the paint. Anyway, so that's what this video is going to be on, and then we have one more video in this series, which is the dual blades, which guess who accidentally deleted all of the footage and then couldn't recover it because I'm dumb. I'm still making a video on it because I do have some footage and like Instagram stories so I can explain how I did it, because they actually turned out really cool and they light up and I want to show you guys, but I feel so stupid because I did that. Anyway, so let's go ahead and hop into how I painted everything. So I'm finally getting into painting this thing, and I don't know how much of it I'm going to remember to film because I'm very bad at that. Basically, to start out, I think I'm going to start with the breastplate first. So I'm going to do this purple layer first. So I'm going to do a flat layer of purple with acrylic paint. I'm going to brush it on, and then I'm going to go back in with my airbrush and add the shading, and then I'm going to paint the bone color, and I'm going to go back in later with some shading, and then at the very end I'm going to do a dark wash over everything and then wipe it all off, which is what's going to get inside all of them crevasses. That's my plan for the breastplate, and then I think the rest of it's just going to follow that same method. I'm using acrylic paints for everything, including airbrush paint. So have I mentioned that I'm like afraid of painting? It's just like the build is good, the painting ruins it. Alright, so first everything got primed with 2 coats of Plasti Dip. I usually wait about 4 hours in between each layer, and then I go back in and add another layer. So like I said, I started with a flat purple base paint. I mixed up some black and purple at first, and I realized it was a tad bit too dark, so I added some white, and then I painted everything that color. I took out all of the rope attachments on the bracers, then the arm pieces and the leg pieces, and I painted all of those armor pieces purple as well. And then I airbrushed everything. I started with a light purple to highlight the top of the booby cups, parts of the pauldrons, edges on things, and just generally all of the raised areas on the armor that would be highlighted in real life, if that makes sense. So you can't really see what I'm doing here because my body is not a good window and I have zero awareness of what I'm doing ever, and I always forget I'm filming. I'm just airbrushing the edges of the pauldrons red, and then I'm using a shop towel to keep the red from going anywhere but the pauldrons. And then I airbrushed the stomach section red. Then all those little 2mm foam strip pieces got white highlights. After that, it was time to paint the bone parts. I used a mixture of white, yellow, and brown to get a golden yellow color, since Magnum Alo definitely has more of a gold look to him. I wanted to go more gold. I think it goes with the purple really well. And then I painted all of this on by hand. I was definitely getting Zenogre vibes from this, so I topped it off with this gold metallic paint from Folk Art. Did I mention this took forever? It took a bit over a week just to paint everything. After I painted the breastplate and I got the right combo of paint, I painted the rest of the armor. Once everything got the last layer of gold paint on, I gave the armor some shadows with brown airbrushing. I basically just copied the reference photos for this. Anywhere I saw shadows in the game, I put shadows in real life. I gave everything one clear coat and then it was time to do a dark wash. I did this by watering down brown acrylic paint mixed with a little bit of black. I brushed it onto the armor and then I wiped it off. This brought out all those little details that I made and brought it to life. Next, I mixed up some really light purple paint and I dry brushed the edges of the armor to give it a little more highlighting. All of the gems got painted orange. I laced up the thigh pieces and all of the armor. And then I added these purple strips of fabric to the shoe pieces. I got these purple tassels for the pauldrons and I threaded them through with some wire. Finally, I clear coated the gem in the middle of the breastplate with nail polish and it's done. That's it.
Why don't you just unzip that?
Can't even see anything anyway, you're wearing black shorts.
Wearing black underwear.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I hope this was informative or entertaining. Thanks again to TheFoamory for supplying me with all the foam for this build, and I will see you guys probably not this week because we're going to ASEN. So like next week, which by the way, I'm bringing this armor to ASEN, so if you're going to ASEN, I'm going to be there wearing this armor and sweating a lot. It's very hot. I was trying to come up with another rhyme, but I have nothing right now. The head empty, only emo hair. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye.